Welcome back, everyone, to... Oh, God, I hate this level. Sergeant Byrd's base in Spyro Year of the Dragon. Yes, peak physical condition, Sergeant Byrd. Which is why they won't show up after
You
this.
gotta really work out that Waddle.
The situation is this. Yesterday at 18:45 hours, the Rhinox...
And yes, they do military time and are French, so I am immediately slightly racist to them because they are French.
Goddamn French. I am half offended by that. The other half of me is extremely amused.
But yes, this is how Sergeant Byrd controls. He's not actually the slowest moving character in the game, but he looks like he is right now, right?
He's so adorable. I love him. Look at how he waddles.
Thank you, sir.
No problem, Claire.
Free for other hummingbirds. Waddle, 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 waddle. Waddle, 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 waddle.
Yes, his Waddle is kind of cute, but it's also really, really janky.
So so he fires missiles as an attack?
Yep,
But where do the missiles come from?
the rocket launcher's on his flippers, dude.
Oh.
He explained that during his intro. Jeez. I know it's been a week since we did that part, but come on.
I don't remember Sergeant Byrd. I wonder how long it's going to take before I get over how adorable he is when he walks. Or when he flies.
Now, unfortunately, the missiles pretty much work as a combination charge and fireball attack. They will take down most enemies that have armor. Now, I think there are a couple of enemies in game that are immune to the rockets because of armor, but honestly, the whole reason I dislike this level is because although it introduces us to Sergeant Byrd's control scheme, we find out pretty damn quickly that his control scheme is a tad awkward.
But is it the most awkward?
It is not. Well, it's the most awkward character in the game technically, but it's not the least well designed.
But first, we have Siegfried. That was a Soul Calibur joke.
Yay! He got it.
I got it.
Able to blast your way through this one. Recommend you land on the weights and carry them to the pressure-sensitive security switches either side of the door.
Why are these here, Gabriel?
Press the square button to drop the weight. Press the triangle button once to look down. Press it again to look up, sir.
Okay, so do you want my library card? Because I may need more time with this novel, so I get used to it. Oh, I see what's going on here. 3D platforming! Actual 3D...
Yes, 3D platforming and puzzle solving.
I love it. Let's get the weights. We're bringing the weights. So what happens if you drop the weights in the lava?
They sit there.
Can you still get them?
Yes.
Oh. Good. There's a caged birdie in there.
There, we have rescued another hummingbird.
Let's go talk to him.
Why? And the her. All of the hummingbirds that we rescue are French females.
Oh, the gems. Gotta love the gems. What the hell is in that hole right there?
Oh, that is a gopher.
And what does the gopher do?
If you successfully take down all of the gophers roaming about the level, you get a skill point.
Nice. Private Eloise. I don't recall Sergeant Byrd authorizing that hip hip hooray.
He did
That
not.
is a breach of authority. You sound like you're slapping him with missiles.
Yeah.
This is the most giggly part I've done of Spyro so far. I fucking love this.
I wish I loved this. The problem that I have is that although he moves fast enough, it doesn't feel like he moves fast enough. And as cute as the Waddle is, it really fucks over with my perception.
So, in other words, this part is way more fun to watch than to play.
Yeah.
And then you turn his character model around, and he's got the derpiest fucking look.
Well, he is a penguin. but his bill is most certainly more in line with a duck.
Goddamn missile launching duck.
No, rockets, but
So
yes.
the Rhinox also are firing projectiles at you?
Yes.
Mission accomplished. It's great to have you back, sir.
Thank you, Gabriel, but you prevented me from going and collecting shit.
Ryan Lee. He's asleep.
Yep.
He needs more coffee to wake up. Extra missiles, I guess.
No, not extra missiles. Those are bombs.
Bombs?
We skipped over the bomb tutorial. I don't know how we did that, but we did.
Okay, it would appear that Sergeant Byrd has unlimited flight,
Yes, he has unlimited flight, although it is awkward as hell.
meaning this part is probably pretty difficult.
Well,
Order, sir.
it's somewhat difficult. It's not very difficult, just somewhat.
Waddle, 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 waddle. He's like if somebody equipped a toddler with a missile launcher and wings.
Well, it's about what his size is. I mean, Spyro is only an adolescent dragon, and Byrd is as tall as Spyro is.
And Byrd is a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
That is too funny.
I'm not sure if Sheila is, but I know for a fact that Bentley and the other spoilers are, so...
You seem very... Oh, no, you got the bomb. Okay, I guess we have 4 bombs. Let's use them all.
The bombs are supposed to be used for getting the skill point and opening those particular treasure chests.
Drop the payload.
Like so.
Target has been destroyed. So you have to active while you're aiming with the bomb. You can still like move around and fly.
Yep.
Nice.
Unfortunately, while you have anything, you can't. While you have anything in his landing flippers, you can't actually land.
But you could still like bounce on the ground. Oh right, because then he just dropped the bomb.
Well, no, not because you dropped the bombs. It's that if you attempt to land, you bounce off the ground. The whole reason that they dropped the bomb there is to reset his model for the model for the interactive cutscene. That wasn't actually interactive.
So the last thing, the last item on your list would be talking to the NPCs.
I do like how open Sergeant Byrd's base is. Its openness is honestly one of its better features.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's a lot more here than meets the eye. All you gotta do is just go up.
But now we're having frame drops.
So
Draw distance is a bitch.
okay, so because the gems all are mandatory collectibles for 100% completion, they never disappear after you unlock them, do they?
No, they do
Okay,
not.
that is a very good thing.
Yes.
Jar.
But yeah, most of this part is just Sergeant Byrd's base.
It's the fucking master of this domain.
But instead of getting the rest of the treasure that's in this room, we have to go back for a little bit in order to go through the final hummingbird for the last dragon egg, as well as open up another treasure chest.
Yes.
If you recall, there was a heavily fortified treasure chest in one of these earlier rooms that we went through already.
Yes, sir. Which means this feels very Crash Bandicoot-y. You have to figure out the gimmick first and then go back to do the thing.
I am so very glad that Sparks helps out all the animal characters.
Before I was captured,
Private Nikita.
egg from the enemy, sir.
But Dante isn't even in this game.
Roy. And he also has a move in Super Smash Bros. Melee that does 50 points of damage in one strike.
Huh, you actually figured out the reference?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
I know very few Roys. The only other Roy that I know is I think that's Rodney Dangerfield's like real first name, Roy Clark. And that is the end of my list of Roys.
Not looking at the atlas because we have 95 gems left.
So we need 5 more. Waddle for the gems. And then turn around and then make me crack up laughing because of how silly you look.
I like a lot of the smaller details that are on Sergeant Byrd's model. Like, you'll notice he actually has a belt / bandolier going on.
Yes, he does.
And his missile launchers actually do have straps attached to his flippers and/or wings.
And I believe if you look at the front of his helmet, he has the correct number of stripes for for an officer of sergeant rank.
Okay.
Believe me, I have no idea. And it also uses the symbol of the I think it's called the sword. If you've ever seen the Da Vinci Code, there's the sword and the chalice. They're just upside down counterparts of each other.
No, why would the sword and chalice be counterparts to each other?
Because male and female are complementary parts of the same person, I guess.
Yeah, but a chalice is not actually female. It's gender neutral.
Well, the chalice is supposed to represent the womb.
I don't see it, man.
And the sword is supposed to represent the phallus.
Yeah, I get that as the sword is the sword being the phallus is a very recurring biblical imagery, but at the same point, I don't see the chalice being the womb. I just don't.
But you do accept that Sergeant Byrd basically has 3 penises on his forehead.
Yeah.
Waddle.
And we still don't have the cheat code to figure out where the rest of the gems are, damn it.
Well, how would the cheat code help?
The cheat code would help by allowing us to home in on the treasures that we're missing.
Really?
Yep. Now we'll be getting the cheat code probably in the next part.
Yay.
But for now, I'm dropping my microphone, and then we're heading back to Molten Crater in the first hub world. Because now that we have successfully unlocked Sergeant Byrd, we can go and finish off Molten Crater.
Ah, there you go.
Yep, Sunrise Spring.
Yep, so you had to get the gem first.
You had to unlock and complete Sergeant Byrd's level. You don't have to 100% Sergeant Byrd's level, but you do have to make it to the end.
Yes. And then it's kind of like getting the hidden gems in Crash Bandicoot. Then you go back to the earlier levels, and then the gems become platforms that let you access different areas.
Except unlike Crash Bandicoot, Sergeant Byrd does not become a platform.
No. He jumps on the platforms.
Yes, he does.
And in the next part,
safe, guys.
Be safe.